coming up with the fantasies and then finding a way to kind of ruin them all. What was that process like?
Well said. Coming up with fantasies and figuring out a way to ruin them is basically how we wrote this script. I wrote it with Chris Roach and Jill Jacobs, and we just had a lot of fun brainstorming. We looked at all the old episodes, went on Wikipedia and looked at all the synopses, talked about our favorite episodes, and then we just started listing fantasies and then how they could go wrong. And we came up with, maybe 24, and we picked our 4 favorites and just started exploring them.
Is there one you came really close to including that maybe didn't make the cut?
Ooh, that's a good question. It's been, it's been more than a year since I started thinking about the script. There's a couple older episodes that we talked about.
Okay.
Like there's a great episode where someone goes back to Salem and they end up in the witch trial. They're sort of nostalgic for the way things used to be, and they end up getting burned at a stake, I think. That was a fun one.
And now I read in the press notes that you guys spent like 2 weeks on a cruise ship before filming or during production.
Yes.
How did that help with, bonding the cast and crew?
Yeah, during production, we lived on a cruise ship for 2 weeks. And as Lucy says, cruise ship might be a little bit of a nice way to describe a large boat, because I was trying to find our hero location, the actual house, the resort in Fiji, and we had looked everywhere, and I had a plan to kind of cobble it together from different locations, but I really still kind of was hoping for a single location that we could use for the resort. And I just couldn't find it. Finally, we looked at this more remote part of Fiji, and I found it, but it was too far away, and there wasn't enough hotels for the cast, for the crew. There were only 15-seater airplanes can land. So my line producer had the brilliant idea, Robin Fisichella. She said, let's just buy out a cruise ship, put the cast and the crew on it, lash the gear to the deck. We had the kickoff party the night before.
Not bad.
Had some drinks, fell asleep, woke up. 17 hours later, we were there, and we lived on the boat for 2 weeks.
And now can you talk a little bit just about working with Lucy? Because, you did Truth or Dare with her as well. What was it like bringing her back for this?
Working with Lucy was just fantastic. She is such a pro. She is an incredible artist. She understands the dance between the actor and the camera in a really profound way. She understands that there are certain story points that we need to convey, but she also finds ways to invest humanity and emotion in all of those plot points. But honestly, the whole cast was fantastic on this film. Michael Pena, Maggie Q, Austin Stoll, Jimmy O Yang, Ryan Hansen, Portia Doubleday, Michael Rooker. I mean, even like our supporting players like Parisa and Kim Coates and Mike Vogel. I mean, it was an embarrassment of riches.
And then where do you think this could go? Because I think there is franchise potential here.
It's up to the audience. If they show up, we could make
crossed.
another one. No, but I never plan for a sequel. I think it's very important to just use all your good ideas. Like I leave it all on the floor. I try to tell a satisfying story that an audience can enjoy and feel like it was a seminal story, that the characters were profoundly changed, that it wasn't just some episode in a TV show, that nothing will ever be the same now that you have been to Fantasy Island.
And I'm enjoying the trip.